This is a presentation to share with you STEAM on Stage, the campaign that is the driving force today and commitment of the nonprofit owner of the Howard Theater Restoration, Inc. STEAM on Stage is the campaign designed to not only be a fundraiser, but to solve a major issue for people of color and young people, women, and girls. And those who are coming out of the military are veterans. Those groups have the largest challenge when it comes to being unemployed and underemployed, largely due to their education opportunities and their education choices. And STEAM on Stage is designed to ignite their imagination about the possibilities that are in front of us in this technological age. There's so many, but they are missed by so many. Our education situation here in the United States is at risk. Everyone knows that. Experts in pedagogy, government officials, scientists, economists, teachers, they all agree that the single largest factor when it comes to the quality of our economy is the quality of our education in the United States. And the United States, unfortunately, is ranked somewhere between 26th and 31st in the world, depending on what study you look at. Either way, the entire country is behind the curve compared to the rest of the world. And then those who are most challenged when it comes to our economy here in Washington, D.C. and around the country, they're even more challenged. These are people of color, women, and girls who have not captured the opportunities in our technologically driven economy. This is why STEAM on Stage is the key, because we are committed to showing that they're seeing science, technology, engineering, and math on every stage performance we give. They are enamored by what we do to entertain them, but they don't see the story behind the entertainment. They don't see the science, the technology, the engineering, and the math. This year, we are focusing on the math in music, the music that they see on stage. And that's why it's called STEAM on Stage. So we're asking corporations that care about education and our workforce to join us by opening the eyes of young people and people of color of all ages that they can enhance their career by having a STEM education. They can change their career by embracing a technologically driven education and opportunity in the workforce. Now, how are we going to do this? Well, first, we're going to show there's math in music, the thing that they love, the thing that they use to entertain themselves and to change their state of mind and heart. We're going to show that there are teams of careers baked into that entertainment. There's math in music. And one of the things we've done is we have reached out to one of the foremost authorities in the country in this field. That's Professor David Kung, PhD. Now, he is a full professor at St. Mary's College of Maryland, and he has already produced a tremendous amount of courses on this whole concept. And he's going to be creating content and educating the followers of the Howard Theater about these opportunities. And what you're going to see is examples of what's been on stage has always been STEAM. It's always been the convergence of science, technology, engineering, and math with the arts. It's all over the place, and young people and people in America in general just didn't recognize what they were seeing and witnessing. So we're going to really ignite the imagination of girls and women about STEM opportunities and opportunities in the workforce driven by STEM. We're also going to be focusing on career changes and career opportunities that people of color will have, especially women. And we're also going to be letting the veterans that are coming back and having difficulty in finding opportunities know that they can retool their education and they can fulfill some of these open positions that are dying to have them. The changes have happened so quickly that people don't recognize just how quickly things have changed. This is 2005, where the inauguration of Pope Benedict and all the throngs of people waiting for him. Notice that in the bottom right-hand corner, the one person who's trying to capture this historic moment with their flip phone. And just 8 years later, 2013, Pope Francis is in the same situation. And look how things have changed. Everyone has captured the moment. This is just how quickly the opportunities have changed. And there are jobs and career opportunities baked into every one of these cell phones and mobile devices. We're going to broadcast. We're going to use podcasting. We're going to use educational videos, and we'll use social media to get right to their ideal follower of the Howard Theater, to tell them about these opportunities and to encourage them to feed back to us what opportunities they would like to have and how they are being impacted by this new insight. We're going to be all over the place with it, and we're going to be showing people that there's fractions in music, and vibrations is math, and pitch is all about mathematics, and the golden triangle is why you love that hip-hop song, and why and the math and harmonies and wavelength, and all of a sudden they'll never listen to their favorite song the same way again. And we're inviting major artists to come in and perform. And David Kung, our professor who's driving the entire education process here for the Howard Theater Restoration Campaign, STEAM on Stage, he is also a violinist. And so he'll be showing by not only the math side, but he'll show the art associated with it. And then we're reaching out to top artists as well who perform using violin and every other acoustic instrument and other instruments, the math in their music. Now, David Kung is also an educator, and he knows exactly how to tell this story.
The rich and sensual nature of music seems at odds with the logical and absolute character of math, but in fact they're fundamentally linked in unexpected and enlightening ways. Hi, I'm Ed Leon for The Great Courses. How music and mathematics relate is a fascinating new perspective on the relationship between these great achievements of human culture. It's taught by award-winning mathematician and musician David Kung, who uses his violin to explain the mathematical foundations of music, even if you have no expertise in either field.
There's mathematics that your ear is doing when you're listening to virtually anything. When you go and hear music, you'll hear that differently because of the things you learn in this course.
You'll learn about the construction of scales, mind-boggling auditory illusions, and the mathematical roots of musical harmony, which dates back to ancient times. You'll see how math influences music making via frequencies, melodies, and rhythms, and you'll study a range of musical instruments, the physics of string and wind instruments, why pianos are never completely in tune, and modern technology behind today's recorded music.
This course takes you inside a fascinating subject filled with beautiful symmetries and mathematical explanations of the sounds you hear every day.
Learn to appreciate this astonishing alliance between art and science. You'll never listen to music the same way again. How Music and Mathematics Relate, taught by Professor David Kung. Order it now from The Great Courses.
But he's not the only one that will be telling it. We'll be inviting young people who do play piano and who do play various types of music. How in the world can we understand if we just have one voice? So we're going to have young people also tell their experiences with music and math. and it'll be just like this young man. We have technology that will allow them to take their cell phone, record what they're doing, send it to us, and then we can send it out to the world and let them talk about the math and music.
Hello, now it's time to explore the mathematics hidden within music. Music and math have some really strange connections. See, we'll take you through some of these. Octaves, keys, and chords can be understood by using really simple math.
Young people will be telling the story. We'll be distributing it on social media, on video sites, on social networks, and bookmarking sites, and blogs, and our own podcast, and in articles and press releases. It'll be all over the place about young people teaching young people about this in addition to our experts. We'll use our cutting edge technology to allow them to pick up their phone and in real time talk back to Howard Theater Restoration and share their experiences. We'll be able to bring in surveys and track the progress of their understanding of these principles. They'll be able to send them to us instantly. Just hold their phone up and perform, or ask questions, or respond to the coursework that we send out, the vignettes that have teachable moments baked into them. And then they can also just hit a button on that same video and send it out using our technology to all their social media, so this campaign will go viral. And we'll be able to monitor all of this and curate all of it and monitor it and distribute it, because it'll be coming into our central location at the Howard Theater Restoration, so that we can expand and tell the entire story and be able to show what people are learning and how they're being certified that they now are STEAM educated. Our technology is cutting edge, and we're just bringing it out to the world. They'll be asked questions, and they'll be able to answer those questions. We'll be able to see them, and they'll be able to see us. This is why this campaign is so exciting, because it will ignite the imagination of people in ways that has never been done before. We'll also have the ability to capture all the analytics, so we'll know not only how many, but where they live and their ages and all types of demographic information we'll be able to capture and use it for future campaigns. We'll be able to focus this geographically on the areas that we care about in the greater Washington, Baltimore, Virginia, Maryland areas. We'll also be able to give reports on exactly our progress over time, and our underwriters and sponsors will also have space to be able to show their support for the campaign. This is a very unique approach. It's different than just using Facebook. It's different than just using broadcast, even though we'd be using traditional and new media. It's different than just calling out. We'll be using all of those, but this is a very comprehensive approach that we're very excited about. And we're asking all types of corporations and funders to participate, and many of them are considering it. This is a short list. So this campaign is exciting because it's going to have artists who perform on stage show what's going on behind the scenes that was all about science and all about technology and all about math. And we'll break it down in ways that it has never been done before. So now that hip-hop song that people just took for granted, they'll understand, wow, that is the golden triangle I just heard. This is breakthrough, and this is why we would love to have you to be part of this entire campaign. So corporations that care about education in our workforce and want to stimulate people to go after these STEM fields, this is the way to do it. So thank you very much. We appreciate you listening to this campaign, and hopefully you will help us take STEAM on stage.